Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the problem investigation from CSES graph problem set. Let's go through the problem. You are going to travel from Sirjala to Lemala by plane. You would like to find answers to following questions. What is the minimum price of such a route? How many minimum price routes are there? You need to print modulo 1e9 plus 7 for that. What is the minimum number of flights in a minimum price route? And what is the maximum number of flights in a minimum price route? The input contains two integers n and m, the number of cities and the number of flights. The cities are numbered 1 to n. City 1 is Sirjala and n is Lemala. After this, there are m lines describing the flights. Each line has three integers a, b and c. There is a flight from city A to city B with price of c. And all flights are one-way flights. You may assume that there is a route from Sirjala to Lemala. So you need to print four integers according to whatever it is given in the statement. The number of cities are of the order of 1e5, edges are of the order of 1e5, nodes are numbered 1 to n, and cost can go up till 1e9. So let's try to understand what the problem is, and then we will see how we can actually solve this. Okay. So this is the problem that we have. This is the input test case that is given. Let's try to understand what the problem is. So in this particular problem, you want four things. The first thing is you want the minimum cost to reach from 1 to 4, that is node 1 to n. Second thing, you want the number of ways to achieve minimum cost. Number of ways to achieve minimum cost. The third thing that you require is minimum number of flights to achieve minimum cost. And the fourth one is maximum number of flights to achieve minimum cost. So these are the four things that you are required to do. Let's try to understand via this input example. So you have to go from node 1 till node n. Over here the value of n is 4. So you have to go from 1 to 4, right? Can you tell me the path that you have? One of the path that I can look is you can go from 1 to 3 and 3 to 4. In that case, total cost is 3 plus 2, that is 5. Another path is you can go directly from 1 to 4. Again, in that case, total cost is 5. And another path is you can go from 1 to 2 and then from 2 to 4. In this case, the total cost is 9. So definitely you can look that the minimum cost to go from node 1 to node 4 is 5. So your answer to the first problem will be 5. The second problem is number of ways to achieve this minimum cost. Can you tell me the number of paths that eventually leads you to the cost of 5? There are two paths, right? This is the first path and this is the second path. Both of these paths take you from node 1 to node 4 with a cost of 5. So the total number of ways to achieve the minimum cost is actually 2. The third one is minimum number of flights to achieve this minimum cost. Now, if you look, there are two paths via which I can achieve the minimum cost, right? This path or this path. Now, in this particular path, the number of flights that you are taking is 1 and 2. In this particular path, the number of flights that you are taking is only 1. So, the minimum number of flights to achieve the minimum path is actually 1. And the maximum number of flights to achieve the minimum cost is actually 2. So for this particular input, your answer will be 5, 2, 1 and 2. So I hope the problem statement is clear to each and every one of you. Now how we can actually solve this? So when I see this problem, the first thing that comes to my mind is that, okay, every sub problem involves a common thing. And what is that common thing? Minimum cost, right? If you just look, every sub problem involves this minimum cost. So there may be something, this problem may be revolving around the minimum cost only. Okay, this is the first intuition that comes to my mind. Next, okay, I need to find a minimum cost. Minimum cost of what? Minimum cost to go from node 1 till node n. Now just tell me one thing. Have you guys seen this before? Minimum cost from a particular source node to some node. Have you seen this before? Right. We have seen this, right? There are two algorithms that help us for single. There are two algorithms that we generally use for single source shortest path. What are those two algorithms? Dijkstra and Bellman-Ford, right? Now, when does Dijkstra does not work? Dijkstra does not work if you have the negative weight edges in the graph. But in this particular problem, you won't have negative weight edges, right? So in this particular problem, to calculate the minimum cost, I am going to use Dijkstra. Okay. Now I am not going to discuss Dijkstra in detail. I am just assuming or pre-assuming that you guys already know Dijkstra if you have come till this point after solving all the before problems. So I am just assuming that you already know how Dijkstra works. Okay. So if you apply Dijkstra, definitely you can solve the first subproblem. Now what about the other three? Let's discuss the second one, the number of ways to achieve the minimum cost. So to solve this problem, what I am going to do is I am going to maintain a ways vector. And ways of I is going to tell me ways of I is going to tell me number of ways to reach node I from node 1 covering minimum cost. This is what ways of I is going to tell. Now how I am going to fill this ways of I? Let's suppose, to understand that, let's suppose you have two nodes U and V and you have an edge between them. Okay, you have edge between U and V. And let's suppose to reach from node 1 to node U, the minimum cost is W1. From node 1 to node U, minimum cost is W1. And from node 1 to node V, the minimum cost is D. And the weight of this edge U to V is, let's suppose, W. Okay, let's suppose these are the scenarios. Now just tell me, what do you do in Dijkstra? Let's suppose you have a node U, you have this as the topmost element in your priority queue right now. So what you would do? For every adjacent edge of U, what you would check? Let's suppose this is the adjacent edge that you are covering right now. So what you would check? You would check that if W1 plus W is lesser than D, you will check this, right? And if this is the case, what we do? We modify our D with W1 plus W and push this particular node V with its distance in the priority queue. This is what we do, right? Now just tell me one thing. If you have come to this situation where W1 plus W is lesser than D, this means to reach to this V, this W1 plus W is currently the minimum cost, right? So can I say number of ways for this V to achieve this minimum cost will be exactly equal to number of ways for you to achieve the minimum cost W1. I can say this, right? But is this the only case that we are going to cover? No. We are also going to cover this case if W1 plus W is equals to D. In this case, definitely we don't need to modify our D because D is exactly equals to W1 plus W. But can I say my number of ways to achieve this minimum cost D will get incremented by number of ways for you to achieve this minimum cost W1. Because for V, U is not the only edge from U. This edge is not the only edge that is helping it to cover the minimum cost. There are some other paths as well. So number of ways to achieve this minimum cost for V will get incremented by number of ways for U to achieve this minimum cost W1. And this is how I am going to calculate the total number of ways to achieve the minimum cost. Now, exactly the same way, we will calculate the minimum number of flights required and maximum number of flights required. I will just explain for minimum exactly the same way you can do for maximum as well. So for minimum, again, I will have a minimum vector. Let's suppose I have a minimum vector. And in this case, when W1 plus W is lesser than D, in that case, mini of V can be written as whatever is the value of mini of U plus 1. Because from U to V, you are covering an extra flight, right? So minimum number of flights to achieve the minimum cost for node V will be equals to minimum number of flights to achieve the minimum cost for node U plus 1, isn't it? And in this case, when W1 plus W is equals to D, so now I have two options for V. Either I am covering this path via U, this path via U, or some other path which I already covered earlier. So in that case, what I can write minimum value for V will be equals to minimum of whatever is the current value, or the value when I am covering via this node U. So in that case, it will be mini of U plus 1. So I will take minimum of these two and I will get minimum for V. And similarly, the same way you can just calculate maximum as well. Instead of minimum, you will just replace it with maximum. And this is how you can actually solve this problem. So the basic intuition or the thing that will help you to solve this problem is, first of all, understanding that all of these subproblems involve the minimum cost. So definitely you have to apply Dijkstra to do that. And then you can figure it out how you can calculate these number of ways, minimum number of flights and maximum number of flights as well. So let's try to see the implementation for better understanding. So I'm taking the number of nodes and edges as input, calculating the adjacency vector, taking the input, converting to zero-based indexing. Okay. Initializing 4 vectors: distance, initializing to some very big value, ways, initially 0, mini initially 0, maxi initially 0. Distance of 0 will be 0 because from node 0 to node 0, the distance you are covering is 0. Ways of 0 is 1. From starting from node 0 to reaching node 0 via the minimum cost 0 is actually 1. Minimum of 0 is 0 because you haven't covered any flight yet. Maximum of 0 also remains 0. Now a simple Dijkstra, constructing a minimum priority queue, pushing the distance comma node, and while the priority queue is not empty, taking the topmost element and popping. The current node is stored in the second value of this temp. So this SS means second, I have already defined above, and this FF means first. So my current node is the second value and the current distance to reach this current node is the first value of this temp pair. Now, if distance of this current node is already lesser than D, so I won't process this particular pair, and in that case I simply continue. I am just applying a simple Dijkstra, going over all the adjacency nodes for the current node. The node is stored in the first value of this IT because I have stored it in the form of pair. The weight for this edge is the second value. So the new distance to reach this particular node becomes this D plus this weight. Now if the distance of node is greater than the new distance, in that case updating the ways of node, updating the minimum value for the node, updating the maximum value for the node, updating the distance as well, and pushing it in the priority queue for further processing. If it is exactly equal, in that case I won't process it again, that is I won't push it to priority queue, but I will update the weights, mini and maxi vector. So ways of node will get incremented by ways of current. Now this since value, this Now, since this value can be very large, it's told in the problem to return modulo 1e9 plus 7. So I apply the modulo over here. Then I update the mini with the mean of whatever is the current minimum value, comma, if I am covering the path via this particular current node. So mini of current plus 1. And similarly, I am updating the maxi as well by taking the maximum. Once you are done with this, so you are printing the distance, number of ways, minimum number of lights, and maximum number of lights to achieve the minimum cost. And this is how you can actually solve this problem. I hope all of you understood it. Thank you.